Weather, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Christopher Cruz in the Washington Bureau. Communication has been lost with a small submersible in the Atlantic Ocean. 5 people are on board the craft, which brings tourists to see the wreck of the Titanic 900 miles off the coast of Massachusetts. Coast Guard Rear Admiral John Mauger this afternoon.
We understand from the operator of the vessel that the vessel was designed with a 96-hour sustainment capability if there was an emergency on board, and so we're making the best use of every moment of that time to locate the vessel.
Is it a sign of a thaw in the chilly relationship between the U.S. and China? Secretary of State Antony Blinken today met for more than half an hour with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing.
Xi Jinping came out of the meeting with America's top diplomat and described very good progress. But whatever agreements were made in the talks with the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken did not achieve a restoration of military-to-military communications between the U.S. and China. Blinken tells CBS's Margaret Brennan that issue is still a work in progress.
I think the Chinese understand very well, because I made very clear where we're coming from on this, and we'll keep working.
Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
Humans are sweltering from intense heat and humidity in Texas, but KRLD's Susan Darwin says animals are feeling it too.
Pets can dehydrate very quickly in this heat, so make sure you always have clean, fresh water available, and go ahead and add that ice if you'd like. To limit their time outdoors and on hot asphalt, and like the kids, never ever leave them alone in a car.
Some Americans observed Juneteenth today with service or parties, marking the day the last enslaved people in the U.S. learned of their emancipation. New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker spoke at an event in his state.
Folks are trying to put gag orders on teachers and not allow them to teach the painful, wretched past that we have lived. It cheapens America.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said today his troops are pushing back Russian troops from territory the invaders have been occupying. CBS's Ian Lee is in Ukraine.
What we're seeing right now is Ukraine making small gangs along the entire front line from the south there all the way up into the east. And I was speaking with some soldiers today. They're fighting in the area around Bakhmut, and they say that they are able to push the Russians back, but it is slow right now. They are facing stiff resistance, but they do believe that they have the upper hand.
Federal transportation safety regulators say they've opened an investigation of almost 40,000 Hyundai Ioniq 5 electric vehicles. The market's closed for the holiday. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.